So today we are going to look at desire and we are going to observe it, not condemn it or justify it. So we live in a world that stimulates desire. So through commercialism, through consumerism, and through propaganda, desire is flamed up, meaning it's something that has been cultivated. We also live in a world that controls desire, that suppresses desire. And it controls and suppresses desire for an ideal or for an image. So you are told that you should be free from desire in order to achieve a greater desire, which that can be God or enlightenment or heaven. Well, about indulging or overindulging in desire, we look at the world we live in right now, where is eat however much you want, right? Or it's your desire, right? Well, your house, however you want it. Um, whether it is food, whether it is clothing, you like say you want 10 ties, you can have 10 ties. Or we look at, um, let's say, even sexual desire. Your sexual desire, do it, whatever you do, whatever you want. That's a world we live in. And another side of the same coin is we live in a world where it says to reach something, let's say whether it's self-actualization or self-improvement, or reach God or reach enlightenment or reach heaven or even reach a better world, whatever it is, we should control desire, right? That's what we live in both sides. And just to see an example that I know a lot of y'all would actually see it clearly is on Friday you do whatever you want. How much you want to drink alcohol, how much drugs you want to take, or how much food you want to eat, or wherever you want to go, what do you want to see, what do you want to listen to, everything. It's there, right? Because of commercialism, consumerism, and propaganda, and saying, yo, your desire, your problem. It's there for you. And also, that's Friday. Now, when you go to to Sunday, sorry, when you go to Sunday, it's simply a day of the whole. All the desires are like further back, or the point is when you reach church, the only desire there is God. It's heaven, right? And this goes um, to a lot of religious aspects in this world, where there's a day of holiness, where even if you say a curse, or they're like, bro, you can't say that on Sunday, or bro, you can't say that on Friday. You see, so it's like throughout the week, do whatever you want, but when it reaches Sunday, it's a day for God. And so this is how you see the world we live in. It's both of these, right? Yeah. So when we observe desire, we see that the process goes like the following. So there's perception, and then there's contact, and then there's sensation, and then there's desire, right? So um, So, what we mean by perception is the simple seeing, right? It's simply just seeing something. It's just visual or sensory data. So, let's use an example. You see a beautiful car, right? Then the next thing is contact, where you try to be in proximity of it, or you try to go and even touch it, right? So, you may go feel the car, you may go sit in it, or just get close to it, right? And then now there is sensation, which is the body's feeling, um, where you may find like enjoyment, right? Like, let's say you're hearing the engine, or you like the color of the car, or the texture of the seat or the steering. right? So that's sensation. And then now is where thought comes in. Thought comes in and says, that was a great feeling, that was a great experience. I wish to own that car, or I wish to experience that again. So, thought creates an image of you enjoying and owning that car in the future. So, we see that this is the urge to acquire or to experience. And we see that objects may vary. So we've seen it can be a car, it can be food, it can be a site you want to see, it can be a person you want to meet, a lot of these things. And objects may vary, but what is desire? Because desire is what is common in all of them. Those are the branches, but desire is the root, right? My point here is not to condemn it, but to understand or to ask, why is it so important today? Why is it so important? It's either we are really talking about it saying it's really, really bad, or you're talking about it saying it's really, really good. Go buy, sell, do whatever you want, right? It's very important today. We torture ourselves because of it. We indulge ourselves, we overindulge ourselves because of it. And either way, we see that this squeezes out the free flow of energy. Now, the reason why it squeezes out the free flow of energy is because when we look at the one side of the coin, which is overindulging or indulging or justifying it, we see that one is constantly thinking about repeating a pleasurable experience, right? So one is constantly thinking about repeating it, and also what it does is when you overindulge in something, it makes the brain and the body lose its vital energy. Meaning now it's heavier, right? It's like when you eat a lot, you're like, you're so full, you become lazy. Or when you consume a lot of information, you become kind of like heavy in the mind. So it's kind of that when you overindulge. And same way in controlling, where you're torturing yourself, where you're trying to control desire, but as we've seen, desire is thought that comes into that sensation and it says, I want to repeat that again. And we've said in the previous episodes that that thought, the thinker is the thought. So controlling desire, and desire is thought, is saying that the controller, person trying to control desire, is the controlled, meaning is desire, right? So we see that internal conflict that is happening is wasting a lot of vital energy that you may have. So the question now comes, can one live without control? And also, can one live without a mind that is constantly thinking about repeating a pleasurable experience? And this can only happen if we understand two sides of the same coin, pleasure and fear. And so in the next episode, we are going to look into pleasure.